Malungil tital mergi da rogul lo subamil loreng se ome sertiang ara el altutau mauri retiang malungil sils ya kata merenga al suadal gote kata ti merenga sulir tigal lulungara etial Belau Omal Marathon ar adara Palau Track and Field el Mr. Uel Matuun Gaya President Palau Track and Field ma Secretary General el Pioria Koshiba ma la Minister Iyar ARF ma Minister Iyar ma Director Jennifer Olgarira or State Rangers ma Governor Oriol Ayos Rudim mar adara Palau Visitors Authority niya Director niya Kadoy Rulo mar adara PNCC ma PPUC maadara government to ni administration ra President Surang Whips Jr. Matigel partner sergi luul ang mlo sab el makatmok tiel to ra marasong ar adara Social and Cultural Director Melson katamal merenga sulir malmleungila a marathon akong maral wasitigal adara rurta malmleungila randir leng mleul ngungir tirending malgora dim lahal sa lungirar betokal adle mer maas maruba kal lulm godong malmle soril mong katamal milulu luase polungi layang anding malmleungi layang darsel tuta loral mong eng malmlokla ul makasendiak ereng malmleungi tigal na marathon at tuguni tigal na full ma half marathon eng malmle kamangatal lomaral mang mle ulanding mangayal dapat ngir kadira kamal merenga sulela Governor ay maliga Brownie Simer ramalungi lurelir matiga rogul governors mar legislators mar speakers raigal bekal balu mar rangers raigal 16 states ngelguk mlartia lebu der kamar adaratan their chiefs el Ottawa ramdala Cove Hotel ako puy garablilyo ma on the tiitong algo ko order marine law malmleungin laurelir makatamal merenga sulirar adarabulul direk kamal lulbak kaloreng ngara traffic mangmaldim laungil basule kita waigel tilong alwasetial international marathon amla mo 102 years old el lulmo ursera 1921 magadawal ngitul wasepol sabela a minister ni right matul ngaya kora a chairman ertiay del international marathon el norngi del al rakal katengya del hoster ngi magadaw reng alwase mo sab aril guk me yem isil mergi del wase mata bol blagatak alwase mal maral telal adan lara of island del may mar adarablirir bol sabi lo ay sergi de elwaseng manggoram lo wangaratial closing ceremony katulungit tulwase ulugum mang ngaringyar adarab lululungit tulwase ulugum mlaringyar ar adal mle sab il filmer tiang loban tatrir tigal adal el marar ramurta makado mesel waset tagirel gele tangarar murta ya do mesel selguk mlek full marathon ing mlarnya manabu chibana tarabu iger belau mangale carry tale el ngalgel belau es el half marathon al akmut tetede tetewal other belan mlaring molmutara legislator at large el Jason Nolan Mallory si Sherloda PCC makadamal merenga sulil wase tugok mlaringi lom ter ablur belau mako malmasaw le malmleungil kyal Belau Omal Marathon el altutaw kadamarenga sulel Mr. Yaada Sengebau ma Miss Stephanie Rotor tiga nga mlara mle tilob der el al lomeregal wigal el sabadong el chundur Ramicenti High School kadamle invite tirel me tial ho al shorgit radabel belau ma di sohal mangun masa Mr. Sengebau melgukal piisil wasengang ngalgel taang e buy gerger momereg katungul masa Miss Stephanie Rotor gidadim dengel kom larmeng semsara news sa social media ma news ra atya bela ra ma Island Times ra few weeks ago wase gal Mr. Yaat Sengebau ngangi lusel full scholarship ra Naval Academy magada mal congratulate teringi ya Miss Stephanie Rador ngayam le valedictorian ra ay alye ra kuk Misenti High School makmul masa Mr. Sengebaau ebol merek elbo Miss Rador msulang
Miss Sugiyama. Malungit total marakamul nasapil tunin. Ngakakla at Sengebaau. Ngalgalaw may Sengebaau masiwal Sengebaau. Ngapoy rablilyo malakayo. Di follow ako tik rablilyo tikkel boy gra malakayo. Ilak mo after high school apply na mo ra Tel Naval Academy mo major ocean engineering. Oy, ila mom sa telila Stephanie mo introduction.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning to all of you. My name is Stephanie Rador, and my dad is Ronald Rador. My mom is Mary Jane Magna Rador, and I am from BELAU and Ngarard. And my plans after high school, I plan to go to Taiwan, so I applied for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs scholarship, and I plan to major in medicine. That's awesome. Because I want to become a doctor, so I'm going to work really hard and then finish my studies and come back to Palau to work in our hospitals. Thank you very much.
Diangwa malungil ay constitution Tikan de alsal mal moret sel ngalagel BELAU nga sual mo ocean engineer Miss Rador hasual mo toktang kamdengel luase dia mal ngalagel ngara ocean engineer dia katos pera malungil toktang me elang at kaugam lara kindergarten lara elementary school erger.
Ako taknar Head Start rangar beth.
PCAA.
Yes. Yeah. After Head Start taknar kindergarten Ramaristela until akmla 8th grade. Awul elementary akmla freshman na Savior.
Savior.
Awul ngimlay ling amraing mle drought ting semal perfect timing ling setek kemle temela covid matamle cancel school gimle mle BELAU after saying aru kamle close up borders mang dimlakal sa pamamal mutel mura Savior magi dimla Misenti graduate.
Kamlara school Savior how long? Freshman, sophomore?
The freshman.
The freshman. Emera Misenti sophomore, junior, senior.
I say.
Oh yes. Wow. Ega Miss Stephanie.
Tira kam lara Head Start rangar baed. And then after I went to Horror Elementary School for all 8 years, 1st grade to 8th grade. And then after, I didn't go to Savior like Adi, I just went to Misenti for all 4 years and I graduated there.
Dalsal morit sa balurungar edalol tawdar ngayas ngalgal lawatamal makloa achievement certir ma success certir ngara yung kom goramle struggle ngara elementary mora high school ngara igel goramle struggle sa kami Sero nga high school nga peer pressure our friends are kam dengel wasisil nga school nga ngitigel katam attack la mga ngitigel guk leader el born el guk mal ngalgra school el mrula subalire active ra to school mlaring agora ige del struggle sa kumira nga school
sa lo ngorong mal na experience a lot of peer pressure. But say the one thing that help Prangal just continue to keep me going. Klamara Cause nga I know that what I'm doing amal affect the relationship nga ma Dios. So that's just one thing that like malahit pa nga I'll avoid I get the peer pressure and siya ne kaya na nga I'll avoid I get the temptation my peer pressure from drugs and alcohol. But also one thing was my parents. Literally, tamla ra college, tamla school year. Say that one they motivate tanga exceed their expectation, and say that one they rula المقدس مش قاعد اللوم رول هذا علوني اللوم rule. So it just one day motivate to find something better to do. So
kung rayel activities mo rule mo avoid ayel mga takra umilil. So kawamle president sa student party association na misentir senior malungin.
So one main activity basketball.
Kaada basket.
Oo, say mal ne favorite sport na again. Like asumo ka mal hebil mala ko le basket ka di mere dan mo masel. So saya idel
gamdi gamlatra ngi di sa ito setya makita nga.
By trial lubo ka mala experience okay. Ako rulay lang. Atiga
second hand smoke, malungil.
So I learned from them and I'm like, okay, so pay avoid lang and focus on tidal sport. So basket tawal na help parang first I'll avoid the temptation and dekel
keep you busy.
Keep me busy, keep me physically active.
Yeah.
So
Mael ako sa kora gera BELAU games. O kamo marar
June 18.
June 18.
So mauso ko like at least probably
practice.
Couple of games. Mamral.
Mael ako mausel morar mandara June 17 kamarail more.
So June 18 ak mamral ako.
June 18.
So timal malten mara tayo del Maryland, Annapolis. Lagi orientation at June 20th. Cook the international students. Magiwal di mo meet up with international students. I think that's like a 1 week orientation. Sige del 29th June. Induction day.
Induction.
So induction day say that wal last del sabem Mr. Adra Blimiu. Era el start either program.
So ko mo more niya ko ra gegarel graduation or kung say del induction day.
Inakal graduation initiation.
Okay. Wa oath.
Why say?
So el at mamadala masabarin mo attender tay gidel swearing in or kung
why say swearing in?
Formal or. Kawe Miss Stephanie nga igel ko struggled sir ka ra nga school and how did you persevere through it?
I would say my biggest struggle throughout my school years is like trying to stay focused and trying not to get distracted by like my friends going out. So I really tried, and I think I managed to just focus on my studies. And yes, I've been peer pressured like throughout my 12 years, throughout my school years. And I think the one thing that like kept me from falling into the pressure or giving in is my family. So I feel like if you have a strong relationship or you always spend time with your family, you wouldn't focus so much on I should go out with my friends, because you can't do that because you're busy with your family. And so my family always spent like every day with me, always checked on me, and so I felt like I didn't have to go out with my friends as much. And also, like my faith also kept me from falling into temptation. So I would pray every day. I pray every day in the morning, in the evening, to ask Him to help me, to keep me strong, to give me fortitude so that I don't fall into temptation and all these distractions. Yes.
So you've applied to Taiwan,
Yes.
the full scholarship, and so your major, you want to major in medicine. So what doctor? Family doctor, OBGYN, pediatrician, or just in general?
I was hoping, and I really want to be a cardiologist,
Oh, wow.
which is a doctor for the heart, because I
Yeah.
feel like that's a specialist, a doctor that we really need here in Palau, because a lot of people are suffering from cardiovascular diseases.
Malung yun. Ngara ko raw manggomlo interest ra ocean engineering.
So coming from a family of environmentalists, ever since I was young, my dad being mal other environment, Gabriel Olmera, like he always comes home and talks about how we need more assets or more people sabril protect the environment. And I think like mostly our ocean other beda say that wal identity that other below it really signifies who we are as islanders. In our ocean sa mal it's the source of everything, our income, source of food, and a way of life. So being a ocean engineer, it's a win-win. I can do what I love, being an engineer, construction, and seeking what the best for society. In the same way, protecting our oceans. So in say dawal nerulakal to societal nature, because I feel like that's what Palau also needs.
Yes. Mang kalam la rongosia tamam mar baby our leaders mar kupti adarabalun masada drill ra oil rang ayang komilterung as a youth omom daswing ngungi ladi the drill ra oil rang ayang check le o elakmiam lato the high school komla mo 18 ka 17
Yes.
and you're 18.
That's 17.
Oh, so you're going on 18 this
Oo,
year?
oo.
Mang kapakura o kirar kamil ngayas ka. Le kamama na mo mlaeng alakra o kayo dik medo nga kimara le kamil tial belu amo ngar aliw. Ngaraw the suira tom sip sa oil check alwasing maral nga ring ya oil rang ayang ala. Do you think we should do that or do you think we don't?
Takok the opinion so I feel like
You're adorably environmentalist.
if alangaring yalak, I feel like we shouldn't, because firstly ay del oil these are toxins like el harm or the environment in the ocean, and I get the surrounding life around it. So I say we shouldn't. I mean, the only like our other sorry moche, I think for the main reason money. Le vela malos paudo. So so I think that was like the main reason why our other sorry check. But it will cost more damage than the actual potential of the oil extracted from, if there is. Say hindi ka if. Dakal 100% sure. So it'll cost more to get more. To get less coming. Yes.
Ikaw alabay kukuger kalwase ngaraw ul makam tial interest ra cardiologist kam le mention ulwase but to har other belal nga niya heart problem artir, and with the fiber optic and the internet that we have, I'm sure you both googled what ay gayitel po major ngira Naval Academy makaul mura Taiwan. Ngara ko mal besides tiagi dalwa sir other pilates may smera heart ngara sel ko ra drive ma passioner ka wa ul makamaadi sa dalwa se tiagi ta mal mo major nga so kan mo toktang ra heart.
So growing up, my parents always showed me and told me to help people. So it's a really big part of my personality to just like help those around me. And doctors, they help people. And there have been instances, of course, where my relatives, my parents, my grandparents have been to the hospitals because they were sick. And I was still a little kid, and I'd watch as the doctors would help them and literally save their lives. And like those moments, like I want to be a doctor. I want to help people. I want to save someone's mom. I want to save someone's dad. And even though I know being a doctor is not easy and it's going to take a really long time, but I know it'll all be worth it.
So kawa nga lagel le judgeralen court the Rani Radore yaman mir kara di rahuriping. What was your mom's name again?
Mary Jane Magnorador.
Okay. Enggang ang alagel Senator Umi Sengebau, manggel Chief of Staff ra Vice President del Siwal Sengebau, Siwal Blesam Sengebau. Kadamlay invite 13 melol ol tulwase mga raigel gora ul mata tamle persevere Miss Stephanie Mane valedictorian. Enggang ang ilusel full scholarship Mr. Yaat ang ilusel full scholarship ra Naval Academy. Mga malgan congratulator tir el answadan mo ogyer kamilwase sel dia ku sad tial misenti itself akmasad in general like your friends akmaten singa ya friends er kamira pala high school Emmaus Petanya Modaknyay Pala Mission Academy sel mo rataloras limiu ngaray gel ko rahmal luula issue ra adalong ok like ngaraigel ko ra pressure raigel from their families nga niya sab amil ko ra share elwase ngaraigel maluuleng arangal ga aigel sel ngaradalong aliw gamil friends what are aigel ko ra complaints el dor rings makamamal parents el ko rings si omesa sab amel ko mo awaser more become more supportive to our children. I mean, hindi ako sabi man tim southern in general, hindi ako tem do ase nga ako nga ngora di general wase kami ka usa lay semdag nga raigel ko ramal top figure kami girela parents and siblings and step and
so say that I think last month malingi ako ra youth conference or youth forum ra PMA. El hostel niya and yeah pala Sons of Suryor I think
Sons of Shooters
Suryor
Sons of Suryor
yes Lakaluit and it was held in PMA. I say the mal was one of the questions and one of the main issue ra igal dalong ok is I think not like not fully but like not fully strong relationship kora
masisi abam maadil marangal kasi the relationship.
They barely, you barely talk to each other. Arangal ka kora, maamdasyok mo. They probably don't love me. They're not proud. And just the little things, I think for growing teenagers, at least mal klowa support their parents.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean financially support, but
The affection.
emotionally, mentally supporting. Like let's say nga ka like I have nga niya game nga basket and dako ay siya talak, or let's say I do, and they show up to my game, and that
Makes you
it
happy.
makes yes, just the little things. And I either is showing your commitment to your child. Mal, it makes so much. It means so
It's so
much to
much.
them. I say, and I think in return they would, of course, try to do their best in school and give you back or repay you in some way.
Contribute. Ikaw, Steph.
I also completely agree with Yaad. I feel like many kids, teenagers our age, tend to feel alone and neglected sometimes by their families. They feel like, I'm probably not good enough. They probably don't care about me. And so when kids like us, teenagers like us, feel alone, we often resort to, I think, other things to like go to distract our mom, so that we don't feel so sad or like hurt. And another thing I feel that is a major problem for kids our age is expectations placed of parents and like people around us, aunts, uncles, teachers. Like they have such big expectations for us, and sometimes when we don't feel like we can meet those expectations, and it takes like a very big toll in our mental states. And I think once, I don't know if it's just me or like my friends, but when people expect something of you and then you feel like you can't do it, there's like a part of you that wants to like just rebel or do something.
Do the opposite.
I feel like...
Is it because you don't want to be told, or is it because the stone heart that you don't want to do it? Because let's say, for instance, like my kids' friends, right? Like I would tell my kids, I want you to do this, but it's your choice because it's your life. So let's say for Yaad, his dad, let's say, wants him to be a mechanical engineer, but he wants ocean engineer, but his dad keeps insisting, no, you take mechanical engineer. So he ends up taking mechanical engineering just to please his dad, right? So, and the reason why I share this, because there's a lot of parents that I know of that their children tell me that they want to do this, they want to major in this, but their parents tell them, no, you major in this. So, and the reason why I share this with you, do you think parents should just be supportive on what you decide you want to do, or do you think parents should just tell you what to do and then you do it?
Okay.
And so, like you said, you rebel because, is it because there's something that your parents did that you didn't like, or they like your friends that you're talking with, that they would rebel is because something, let's say, oh, mom, can I have an iPhone? And the mom says no. And then your mom later on, after a few days or a month, said, well, I'll do this, but you don't want to do it. and you just say yeah, but like you mentioned, you rebelled, so you rebel in a way because she or your parents didn't do that for you. Is it something like that, or why would a teenager rebel?
Oh yeah, I would say it's like something like that.
Something that us parents did that made him or her upset to rebel against the parent. Why say it?
Oh, I say.
And then I go back to nga your parents will look for nga more major in something that they do not want to do.
I see. And say our parents forcing to do a major they want, abay rulatrimar trial maskula degal blagarang rear because they're not passionate about that.
Yeah.
Say major. So by rulatril moatirir nga school, and if they do complete, they won't find that same joy they would if they majored and seek a job in something they wanted to.
So what is you guys' recommendation if there's parents listening to this? And your friends
for
or
me,
classmates?
I feel like as parents we should understand and just fully support, fully support what your child or children dreams, goals and passions. Altang atimital major, but it's what they're passionate about, and if they're passionate about, of course in the end they will be great. Like what she said in her graduation, they'll be great, and in the end it's a win-win. Like like graduate in some major major like her passion, and say by she's you know that they're gonna work hard toward that because say the
Aswal.
oh I say that's one, yes.
Yeah, go Steph.
So I think parents tend to choose the course of their children's lives because the core or what they really want is to make sure that their child has a good future or is safe and is happy. And like I think there can be a compromise. So a parent should support whatever his or her child or children want to do, and at the same time also make sure that while his or her child is pursuing whatever he or she wants to pursue, also make sure that the child is safe and happy and will have a good future while pursuing that goal. So, and the parents should also try to understand that what they want may not be what their child wants.
Yes.
Even though, of course, most of the time, parents do know better.
Or they think we're always right.
So I think the parents and children just need to sit down and talk and find the compromise where the child gets to choose what he or she wants to do, and at the same time, the parent can like just be with the child, his or her child, as he or she goes through his or her journey.
I think what most parents do is we have high expectation, but then again we forget that not all children becomes doctors, lawyers, scientists, engineers, you know. And I think us coming from a small island, everybody knows each other. And so when everybody knows each other, we think power and authority, everything is all up there. But I think, like you said, you guys are strong believers in God. And you know that not everybody is made to be senators or, president. There's a chosen one. And so I really agree with what you both are saying. I think, I believe your parents have raised you well, and you are who you are today because of, what your parents are doing to you that have raised you throughout your life. And now we see the results. You're a valedictorian. He got a full scholarship from Naval Academy. And I think you folks will do great. Go out there, get a lot of experience, build network, but never forget your motherland. We always have to come back and build, Palau. Let's take that caller. Let's see what they have to say.
Caller on the air.
Oh, iman ito ito tamra kami Rocky Lawrence. Ito lang ito tamra other station na pala wave. Makalmara host Miss Jennifer Sugiyama. Akmal mga sila mala tuta Miss Sugiyama lantir nga Sylvester Alonso. Man mga sila invite ito nga school na ako. So mortiga Rocky Lawrence sa tu legal susunat mo niya. From the Sakal Lukalo than where I love to tell. Congratulate the guest of Amir. My classmate, 35 student, still of Vicente High School. So for the listeners, my host, material guest there last time, so I'll be always talking Mr. Alo, so they're from the part-time, Sensor Vicente High School counselor. So yeah, the Stefan, they're from the students, so to tell, yeah, my staff. So otherwise, their accomplishments and my reflection of years' hard work. Even though I'm the first year I'm counselor, by the time I example student the profile and mal rich. I experienced the active school, the leadership, the sports, the activity. The help classmate here. So, logi say that the sulir as well and congratulate not just them but the local classmates here. The student I remember within the first 2 weeks at school, the little 7 years in Meranga planner callers here. So I'm together with the Blackataklan was staff was Maluwais of Mong Sam Doktang, understand more. And then, of course, I hope she knows this morning was the Akmat Proud valedictorian at school. Not a surprise to me. I suspect not a surprise to her, or more so with more classmate than Mariah. Was his accomplishment that they give him more. So he's Naval Academy, their reflection on the part of the community. So we're going to share that with swaggle the one of the swaggle race and wants to their bright kids and the future is bright. Imo exemplar say that mo malamater til nilo I guess speaker til commencement speaker graduation or til el cook niga position in il so to mental health. So more host was these kids are bright and understand was this is not just to them, it's not just the group for validated school. Was appreciate the generation and year was all the hard work has paid off for now. There's more hard work to come. And there's a support system behind them. So once again, on behalf of myself, counselor, happy graduation season in Morogo class 2023. Mariad, my staff, my leader, my classmate this year. I'm in class 2023, Azili. It was my honor and privilege to be your teacher for the past year. And just a small example of why it's important to invest and that we work together, goals together. So, you say that and Saul, good luck and stay strong.
Mr. Alons, Silves Alons.
Oh, yes.
Tara ngayas kal buigal amat terengi leng langwa masters terengi return on BELAU. Maraluli sa kloarangul. Dialola bekal tuta gumising exercise. He's a great asset, and I believe that alolmol matial ngaringi and malmo inspire beto ko lang BELAU because look at the results. He's a part-time teacher, but he's a counselor. malugo mang mobotokar ngayas kal other belal wangel sab edel waigel bladung tokora mental health issues. And you know, like you mentioned, there's peer pressure. Di mo yo regidel decide wase gata choose and aigel makita da oy taigel lungil la tangay hindi nga niya. There's young people who are not like you, who are focused and saying dia tiagida makit makoitit tiagida ungil makngu makatamal mo maldum katamrur tiagida chura ta pelpela amral at least that arungula imol ngal kang ni imol ngayas kal sab edel tiagida aigal blam share asab el inspirer makekaril adal guk mom dingel wase, you know, every day is a new day. You can move forward. You fall, you walk up, and you walk again, because you know altang morning makital happen raklang argit, and then the algit and ere mang mo dictate our lives, because you know community ko talo marararubakal Dios may el ang ako ase ngarasel maluuleng englo masisi aklaw marang aramiw. El ang kagamla skura maristela ang gamla skura oror, and then you both went to Mizenti ngaraigel blam experience luul lang mlalmu tal smisi iset klaw marang kamira rubakal Dios.
For me, what really helped me strengthen my relationship with the Lord, siya idak miran ma Savior, because I knew that I had a tough road ahead. For like how long, like 10 months, and I know the mga madu iwasi and all of those food that you won't normally eat in BELAU. And so I think that being away from home, and because of many time you get really homesick and you just, man, I really miss home. And but say the knowing that what I'm doing is beneficial for me and my family, and putting all of it on the Lord. Say that one like for the benefit of everybody. So that's the one main reason why we chose our theme for graduation, and it's from Proverbs 16:3.
Yeah.
And it says, commit to the Lord all you do, whatever you do, and your plans will succeed.
Amen.
And I feel like all of us, classmates, we all relate to that quote and believe in that quote. That's what really helped me strengthen my relationship, and why, knowing that I will committing to the Lord and relying on Him, using Him al support is why everything I work hard for will succeed.
For me, I'd say my faith was really strengthened when I went to Mizenti, because it's a Catholic school, and we would pray every morning, every assembly. We'd go to church every month as much as we can during holy days. And I guess because of that, I spent more time with the Lord, and I realized how big of an impact, how big of a part He plays in my life. And that's when I really started to embrace gratitude. I think that's very important, when you just stop and look around you, how many friends you have. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of friends. If you have just one true friend, you have your family, you have a roof over your head, food on your table. If you just stop and Just look around you. That's what I always try to do every day. And because of that, my faith is also strengthened, because you're like at awe that there's a God up there who's giving you all of these things. And you just learn to appreciate how lucky you are, how lucky I am.
Count your blessings.
Count your blessings.
And it's so important because sometimes, or most of the time, from a scale of 1 to 10, when you wake up and throughout your day, how much positive do you listen to from a scale of 1 to 10 in your own day?
My own day.
So let's say today or like yesterday, from a scale of 1 to 10, how much positive did you experience or heard from yesterday? From a scale of 10 meaning good, positive,
Yeah.
and 1 meaning negative.
Negative. I'd say yesterday was an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Ikaw.
7, 8.
And the reason why I mentioned this is because it's good because you're young, so you haven't really experienced what your parents are going through or what an adult life is like. And so it's very important, and I'm glad that you mentioned gratitude, and both of you mentioned about your strong belief in God, because not everybody wakes up being thankful. We tend to always look at the negative than the positive. And I think it's very important that we have to wake up and be thankful and truly believe. Because in the Bible it says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. But if you knock and the door will open. But from my experience, I noticed that it's so easy to say that we believe in God. It's so easy to say I'm Christian. But do we actually walk the talk and practice it every single day? Because I asked one of my daughters, do you believe in God? And she goes, oh, sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And I said, why? And she goes, because. It's just, so I said, well, you know what? And she asked me, do I believe in God? And I said, yes, I strongly believe in God. And she goes, why? And I said, because God is like the wind. You can feel it, but you can't see it. But you can feel how powerful it is. And sometimes it's just soothing, you know? And so it was funny because when I shared with her this, and then a few days after on Saturday, she went missing. And normally right after church, they would go on a walk. Manga miral etamlo ratagi rai ermida. Mangamlo de alptigara role langa miral mo malara ol malel raban el iliti. Itiga miral mo ratagi. Mang sayidata malora mo mala ol malel. Eng digya lo tingel wasing maral patulke lang kakatingel mangam mo tong okar eung lakarakar sayidel after a church ang afternoon, late afternoon el mol maami lagol ka mga nga tara Senator Mason namle ko lwase oh Jennifer tigal ngalge damlo ratagi mak yung sindia kangalge ma tiga hal return magima o makalal mortia leta gil ngar bitara sibi molmong tama gimatiga ringi masera gimoral akul gengin basin swamel mora hospital just to check make sure that nga de dehydrated masin dia aktay job magimaral makasi ngara ul magamlo tong okar eung lakarakar etigyam inya sino akmle remember sira omdur nga halwase adios sa diway ayol ti halsab edem sang andin sab edel lo mal asiringi malon di milulu modong oklem amalulu and after 15-20 minutes etam tigal buy gam tigaringi ese ul mak share leng ang selbe biratay meng kodo I expect was adal kung to or niya girel physically Dia halgirel ko, but you know, selbe bidatam ako gal. In fact, sira kasus ang hamal blol malulu sira kasus ak malulter ko kartel toksyor gi. Ako talo marang alwase ang lungu ako tel powerful. But you have to be committed, you have to be consistent. Di halgir the lowral masel sang lungu. Leng seguid niya mo di sa seguid el klisi el laurel la rubakal Dios es el baby leng let's say suak tiagi del kiande en di halt begal marar en di ngarang lungu el gire la anything ya Dios aku korar ngil di halt seguid el munda sur ngil di nguk mo da arolel makmalo marar say mang akti suakal mutal marenga suliw el mlosap amil melterong. And if there's anybody that you can think of, alwasin sa edel interview tir, hoster tir, yak malon ngiter kami alwase, please do let us know. Madangel gulu ay salwase sera to dara 8th grade say gideng mlani sel family R ya antir kaw ya vice president udu senior sangabau senior amle hoster kaw kamler sera igerami senti el akabay total moratay nga kare el angi kitan mutul hoster kaw makumarasing maralulak la baksel o im el white tiagitel tima motor kumira graduation and diway gawa maralo say you'll do very good. You have the heart and the passion to be a doctor, so I can see that. And then he was raised his father's a fisherman and an environmentalist, and his mom, so look at him, he wants to major in ocean engineer. So, you know, keep it up. Always stay focused. Don't give up. There's times that we doubt ourselves, and maybe our parents or our family or friends or anybody doubt us, but the Lord never doubts us if we always trust in Him and pray and ask for guidance and wisdom, because nothing is easy in life. This is just the beginning of the next chapter of your life. But never forget your motherland. Go out there, conquer the world, make a difference in a big world, but never forget to come back home.
Yes.
I mean, we don't expect you to return in 10, 15 years, but go out there, gain your experience, build network, so when you come back home, then you have networks out there who can also help and assist us. So you start your closing, what you want to share with the youth who are listening and seeing this after, and parents, and then Yaad can go after you.
Okay. Hello to all of you. I think 2 things I want you to know is, in life, there's always the negative and always the positive. And it's your choice do you want to look at the negative? Do you want to look at the positive? And even though it seems like everything is negative, there's always a silver lining. So it's always good to be optimistic. And secondly, more importantly, is pray. If you feel that you have problems, if you feel alone, know that you're not, because there's always a God up there who loves you and cares about you so much and is always willing to help you and listen to you.
One thing السؤال مال المسيحي is that we as Belaus are unique, and being unique has so many advantages. Let's say applying to college, if you talk about being a Palawan and in your essay, the Americans were like, where's these people from? They're like, I've never heard of a beetle nut before. Just those little things mean so much, and I think that was one of the main reasons why I got chosen to the Naval Academy. Like I had school samal sorry diversity, and being a Palawan, we're a population of 18,000 in a world of 7 billion people. We make a mere fraction of just how big this world is. So to all the youth that are gonna apply to college use that as an advantage because that's what I used. And another thing is elaltam aulong or other girls of real Marak College. The biggest reason is financial stability, financial cost of going. Kasi school, they're not free. Dahil buyat aral. And I'd really like to see another Palawan in the service academies. Doesn't matter Naval, West Point, Air Force Academy. And one common misconception of the Naval Academy is, like, for example, let's say for example, taraan tinga medyo ka aliens, like yaro nga lako kamasol daw. And I just say, oh yes, antiak mo daw. But really it's Naval Academy, it's takpok daw. Takok the school run by soldiers, military. And the school, and the good thing about it, it's completely paid for 4 years. And discipline say damal leadership also. So when salom graduate over BELAU kamla nga schoolim, and unlike other colleges, you also gain experience outside of school, not just the school learning, and but kadekal hands-on. Level awal rilal mo apply what you learned into the real world. So mal swakal lokora advertise this academy, and really hope that nganyamutel taraboy BELAU or dil BELAU el sabril kora apply and get in. Kas
apply kadim lo online.
I think giril mara embassy and reach out to Martin.
US Embassy.
Yes, US Embassy. And they'll help you in the application process. Because I got each academies, service academies, nga different application. So, but really, all you need is mostly like a good GPA, a good moral character, and I get it. So, but if I can do it, everyone can. Say that malomrani. Because if you really commit yourself, all your plans will succeed. Yes.
Amen.
Yes. So lang.
Di ako malmasulal teru. Yak maral prouder kami, and I know that you guys will conquer it. You have it in your spirit and your soul. Maral ngararang miu. And you have that determination and that passion. So I have no doubt that next 4 or 5 years, you'll be done and you'll go to medical school, and he'll probably be I wrote on his envelope that he's a naval officer. And I can see him as a naval officer because he has that leadership. And I see that you have a heart for the people, so I know you'll make a very good doctor, especially when it comes to the heart, because sometimes it leads to stress. So thank you, Mr. Yat Sengebau, Ma Miss Stephanie Rotor, eko mal masulan no sa pamilome se oreng sertiang, ya Dios lon mo makal tengat tegi derobuy metial belwad.